I don't know whether any of y'all follow financial influencers, but there are some special voices in this space. And today I'm gonna be reacting to some choice content from one of them.
Let me cut straight to the chase. You need to get rich, and you need to get rich quick.
Meet Iman Gadzhi.
So look, I've made tens of millions of dollars by the age of 22.
In just a few short years, this young guy has seemingly blown up in popularity to become one of the leading experts in the ever-growing field of business gurus, and in the meantime, he has amassed an army of adoring fans.
His marketing and copy so obviously geared to younger, impressionable people.
You are young,
I'm 17 years old.
you're ambitious,
I worked my face off.
and you want to make it big early in your life.
Ladies and gentlemen, in today's video, I'm going to reveal to you the surefire, guaranteed way to make your first million in the next 5 to 10 years if right now you're a broke student.
You have an opportunity for generational wealth.
I know from the bottom of my heart that this video is going to create future millionaires.
I just have to say, you inspired me so much to finally get my bag.
The truth is, you've been brainwashed. So listen to me. Listen to me. Listen to me.
Listen, Iman Gadzhi is completely full of
Iman is the best motivation you can possibly think of. If this guy is an inspiration, then I don't know what is. Iman's energy is massive. Can you imagine how could your life be positively impacted by just being around him? Iman is the best motivation you could possibly think of. His energy is massive. Can you imagine how your life could be positively impacted by just being around him? Didn't somebody say that almost verbatim in comments before? It's almost as if these comments aren't being made by real people. But let's not jump to judgment. Let's dig into the actual content, because I don't know about y'all, but I feel like being inspired. We're gonna start with how to be around rich people when you're broke. This is gonna be good. I just think everybody should act like themselves and then treat other people with kindness, but maybe he's gonna teach us how to impress rich people so we can get a business deal. You know, Iman's channel is all about the come up, how to raise yourself up by the bootstraps and create a better life for yourself. So let's see what kind of advice he's gonna give us to do that.
Now, the next money tip for you to become a millionaire is to have coffee in affluent places. Go and have a coffee in an expensive hotel or a very fancy cafe in a super nice area. You don't need to spend $2,000 a night on a room. You simply go to the lobby and you have a coffee.
So far, I'm not mad at this advice. I gotta be honest. There is something nice about strolling into a bougie, luxy, well-adorned lobby and just taking in the space and knowing that you didn't have to pay for one of those expensive rooms. That's cool. So far, we're good.
You're gonna look around, you're gonna see money around you. You're gonna see what do wealthy people really wear. Not Gucci and Balenciaga and all this and that. I mean like really like properly wealthy people. You're gonna start to realize the really wealthy people, they wear stuff like this. Loro Piana, Zegna, Brunello, Tom Ford, these sort of brands. They wanna blend in, they don't want big logos and this and that. They don't wanna screw you.
That took an unexpected turn. I'm gonna be honest. I thought we were gonna be talking about how to strike up conversations, how to have confidence in yourself, even if you're not at the same financial level or you got a different net worth than the person you're talking to, and maybe how to pitch an idea or pitch yourself for a job or something. No, none of that. We're gonna talk about outfits. We're gonna talk about what expensive brands you should wear. I'm struggling to connect the dots. I don't know what we're supposed to do with this information. I mean, this is the thing about so many videos from these videos that are supposed to tell you how to change your life and how to get from making minimum wage to getting, what, 50K a month or more. They talk a lot. They ramble, but what's the tangible? What am I supposed to do? Like, if you're a young kid who's just struggling to pay your rent right now, are you supposed to go buy these things? Because that ain't gonna get you anywhere. I don't get it.
Here's what these internet marketers do. They babble on for about 87 minutes, promising you that they're just delivering so much value. You're always left confused, wondering if you'll ever get those precious minutes you spent watching this abomination of content back.
This guy is, what is it? He has over 4 million subscribers and is just like worshipped as a financial guru, and I'm confused.
Listen in, it's very interesting. Even just hear how wealthy people order. They order in a different way. There's a conviction. They have a different tonality in the way that they order. They even have a different pace. The pacing of what they're saying is different than if you just go to some regular, normal establishment. The next money tip for you to become a millionaire is...
I don't know why I got my hopes up there. I really thought we were about to make a point. I'm like, okay, here it is. He's going to talk about, you're going to listen in and you're going to hear those conversations where they're talking about their business strategy or they're talking about lessons that they've had in life to get to where they are. No, he was talking about, you're going to hear the confidence in their voice when they order, so that the next time you come to the hotel lobby or when you need a refill on that coffee and the server comes around, you say that with confidence. And you're gonna get rich. Moving on to the next money tip, because that was a money tip. That was a money tip, folks. Next up, we've got, which watch do you like most from Iman's collection? Ooh, are y'all on the edge of your seat like I am?
For the first time, I'm revealing my watch collection.
What watch would you say you wear the least?
Probably this rose gold Daytona with black dial. I'm just not a massive fan of rose gold and white gold Daytonas.
I don't know anything about watches, so why don't we just look up? Let's see how much this is worth. Rose gold Daytona. I mean, I know I should have expected it, but at first, when I see the number, I'm like, am I seeing that right? Is this right? Typically, $32,990 to over $93,000. I am sure there are people out there who are impressed by this. I am not one of them. I mean, if I see you with a watch that costs that much on your wrist and you think it's gonna be a flex, to me, it ain't. I'm just gonna be thinking, I know you got a cell phone in your pocket that could tell you the time and every little bit of information. So we're in a world where income inequality keeps getting worse, and you think it's okay to have a watch that costs that much? Like, I know that I am coming from a place of privilege in a first world country and in a house that could buy so much elsewhere for other people, but this seems excessive.
Any watches that I personally don't wear that much, I give to my friends to wear. So this has gotten a lot of wrist time on my friends' wrists.
Oh wait, I was wrong. Iman is a super nice guy because he lets his friends wear his watches. That is the definition of generosity. Never mind the fact that if he liquidated that box of watches, he could impact so many lives through charitable work. I know people are gonna come for me probably. I'm sure he does some charitable work, but still, he could do more if he didn't have this dumb box of watches.
Which would you say is your favorite?
Out of these, 100% platinum. I took this watch skiing earlier this year, and I don't know, it just felt like the perfect watch, like in the snow.
I'm bored. I'm so bored. Let's just look for a second. Over 5,000 views. What am I doing on YouTube? All right, let's move on. Let's take a look at girls, this makes you way more attractive. I have a feeling this is gonna be a good one.
I like a girl who dresses smart, sexy.
Oh, we're only 1 second into the video, and there it is. We're already talking about how a woman dresses. There were so many other places you could take this with from the jump, Iman. You could talk about, how a woman thinks, how she shares her mind, how she commands a room, how she commands a team, how caring and sensitive she is. So many other things you could have talked about that make a woman attractive that you could have led with. And yet we're going to talk about her looks. Iman is supposed to be one of the most innovative minds on YouTube, one of the most forward thinkers of our time. And yet you're going to come with this tired foolishness.
I like a girl who dresses smart, sexy. And what I mean by that is she's dressed smart, almost sometimes formal. And there's certain girls you look at and you can tell that they have it, they don't need to show it off.
And just to clarify, by it, he is not talking about a woman's mind or heart. He's talking about her body. That's the first metric. The first thing we're going to value a woman by is the body.
Let's say you're at a dinner and there's a girl there at the table. What are some things that she could do to spark your curiosity?
With women, it's a lot less of what you do and it's a lot more of what you don't do.
Oh man, this is like worse than I thought. He's like, it's not really about what she does. I'm not really into her doing things. It's like, it's what she doesn't do. I want a woman who doesn't do. I see her just sitting there doing nothing, and I'm like, God, I love this chick.
Number one is usage of phone. I'm sure we've all been in the presence of both men and women
who are just on their phone 24/7.
Okay, yes, not being on your phone, valid point. I totally agree. You know, if I am hanging out with somebody and they're just obsessively on the screen, that ain't cute to me, right? However, that's a pretty low bar, Iman, to say what attracts you to somebody is that they're just willing to put down their device and have a conversation with you. You know, you could have really talked about a lot more values in a woman that would make you think, okay, I'm interested.
Like, just for me personally, I don't like a girl who's so overpowering in conversation, because even me in my situation, I'm usually the quietest person at the table. I'll talk and I'll have my contribution, but I don't want to overpower a conversation. Okay,
nobody likes somebody that overpowers a conversation, but I have a funny feeling based on how Iman has framed this conversation so far that even if a woman is saying a little bit, he might think she's overstepping.
And then I'd say the last thing is probably what she's wearing.
Full circle. We've circled back to what she's wearing. That was more disappointing than I even thought it could be. Is it 2024? I thought, yeah, it is. I just thought for a second it couldn't be with these kind of opinions coming from a dude who's in his 20s. Yikes.
The truth is, you've been brainwashed.
I really wish masks work, but they don't. It doesn't take a genius to figure it out. And I mean, a 4-year-old could figure this out.
Let me tell you what a 4-year-old could figure out. A 4-year-old could watch this video about the efficacy of masks and conclude that, of course, they work.
It really doesn't take a genius to figure out this thing has nothing to do with a virus and everything to do with tyrannical control.
What is happening? I thought we were just gonna be making fun of some bad, vague business advice today. I had no idea that we were also dealing with a conspiracy theorist.
I would have never let anyone into my house if they're wearing a mask. That's a rule of mine.
You wouldn't let them in?
No chance.
If they wasn't?
No, if they were.
If they was wearing it?
If they were. Not allowed in my house.
What?
Because it's a symbol of evil.
I'm really here for this interviewer's expressions. He's trying so hard to follow the logic when there is no logic. And I mean, look, I hoped that the younger generations were going to see us through to a brighter future, you know, because most of Iman's fans, or what appear to be his fans in the comment section, are saying that they're in their teens and their 20s. You get a lot of those comments. And so I thought that we were hopefully evolving as a species and that people were able to have a little more critical thinking skills, or really just apply the common sense that any 4-year-old would have. And yet, here we are with a guy spouting not only obvious nonsense, but dangerous nonsense. If he can't figure this simple thing out, that masks work, you know, then how could he have any credibility when it comes to navigating really complex issues like business or how to fix your life financially? It's worrisome that he's so popular.
Ho ho, check this video out. In this video, Iman tells us why he buys fake money. But don't worry.
Now, this isn't for flex purposes?
Yes, it is.
I made more than this in the last 30 days. Decent amount more than this, actually.
Sure, Dan. And with that, I have to say I'm out. I am done. I am maxed out with Iman content or financial guru content or whatever content this has turned into. I hope you've enjoyed this random stroll that we've taken down the business influencer avenue on YouTube. If you have other people that you want me to react to, then drop their names in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this video, I'd really appreciate it if you gave it a like. And since you made it all the way to the end, then leave the hashtag empty mug, because I always love seeing that. And if you want to see more videos like this where I react to and investigate shady moneymakers, then subscribe so you can slurp up all the tea that I'm spilling here on Guzzle. All right, thanks again for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.